Hi dear friends, we discuss the syllabus of paper 1 UGC net or NTA net paper 1. See, as we know, we have 10 important sessions. Okay, it's said that from 10 sessions, 5 questions each. Total 50 questions. That is expected questions, 50 questions. Among 50 questions, we expect 5 questions from each session. 10 sessions are there. Ideally, this is to be spoken, but the fact is it is not correct because every exams UGC or the NTA varies the number of questions from each sessions. Okay, so don't believe this, but they are giving some importance for some areas like teaching aptitude, etc. They are asking more questions from that side. After we discuss the previous year questions, we will understand how they are asking questions and patterns. Okay, let us start. Unit 1, teaching aptitude. In teaching aptitude, see, before we start, one more thing. Earlier, UGC conducted the exams giving 50 questions 1 hour time, and the paper 2 100 questions 2 hours time, and this was given separate. It means after 1 hour they will take your paper back, or you will not get a chance to attend any question from this side. After that, in 2 hours you can answer the 100 paper questions, means the second paper questions. But nowadays, recently, this also changed. It's very good for us that we have total 3 hours. In 3 hours, we have to do 150 questions. Whether it is from paper 1 or paper 2, it's up to us. We can shift it to from paper 1 to paper 2 or from paper 2 to paper 1. That is not a problem at all. So earlier the problem was we will not get enough time for first paper. In first paper there are maths, some other comprehension, uh, data interpretation, which are very time consuming. But this time we can shift from one paper 1 to paper 2. It means total 3 hours and total 150 questions. So we can speed up the questions, and we will get enough time. That's the point. Okay, let us check. First, teaching aptitude. Teaching aptitude, what are the important areas? Teaching. What is teaching? Teaching and its concept, then concept, objectives, levels of teaching, memory, understanding, and reflective. Okay, characteristics and basic requirements. Learners' characteristics. Characteristics of adolescent and adult learners: academic, social, emotional, and cognitive, individual differences. Factors affecting teaching related to factors affecting teaching, which is related to teacher, which is related to learner, which is related to support materials, instructional facilities, learning environment, and institutions. Next, methods of teaching. In institution of higher learning, teacher centered vs learner centered, offline vs online, Swayamprabha, MOOCs, etc., which is in UGC's website or Government of India's websites. We can refer from there. Okay, these are new or recent developments. Next, teaching support system. Traditional teaching support system, modern systems, ICT based. Okay. Evaluation system, elements and types of evaluation, evaluation in choice based credit system in higher education, computer based testing, innovations in evaluation systems. Okay, next, research aptitude. Research, what is the meaning of research? Okay, teaching aptitude is very important as well as research aptitude also. They are asking more questions from these areas. Meaning of research, types of research. Types of research is favorite area. Okay, characteristics, positivism and positivist approach to research. Methods of research, experimental research, descriptive method, historical method, qualitative method and quantitative. This qualitative and quantitative methods UGC asks in every time, okay, in one way or the other. Steps of research, etc. Thesis and article writing, format and style of referring, application of ICT in research, research ethics. Third one, comprehension. Okay, English comprehension questions. A passage of text is given. Questions are asked from the passage to be answered. 5 questions will be there. One passage. We have to read the passage and answer the question. In this area, we take a precaution that take time, no issue, because this is short question. We don't want to by heart or read many GS papers or any other relevant things. Here, our capacity to do English passage work that fetches the marks. So this is the area you will get to 5 marks out of 5. But be very cautious. First read the questions, then start to read the passage. After that, read the questions again. If you get the answer correctly with full confidence, then mark it. Otherwise, read the passage again. Then go for the answers. Okay. Next is communication. Very important area. UGC asks questions from communication. What we can say, the number of questions will be high from this area. Communication, meaning, types and characteristics. Effective communication, verbal and non-verbal communication, intercultural or group communication, classroom communication, barriers to effective communication, mass media and society. Okay. Next is mathematical reasoning and aptitude. See, this is another area where you will get complete marks. Okay. They are asking very typical questions, not much tough, and number series, letter series, chords and relationships, mathematical aptitude, fraction, time and distance, ratio, proportion and percentage, profit and loss, interest and discounting, averages. If we solve 5 to 10 years questions or question papers of UGC, it's obvious that we can get the complete answers or complete score from this area. The next is logical reasoning. Logical reasoning, understanding the structure of argument. Okay, this area, this is the area where we will get the score only we practice the questions. Okay, understanding the structure of argument forms, the structure of categorical propositions, mood and figures, formal and informal fallacies, uses of language, connotations and denotations, terms, classical square of opposition, evaluating and distinguishing deductive and inductive reasoning, analogies, etc. Then the next area is Venn diagram. Symbol and multiple use of establishing validity of arguments. Venn diagram, so easy area. Indian logic. Okay, this is an area where we may lose the marks, because if we don't read repeatedly, if we didn't get the concept clearly, we can't answer this area. Okay, means of knowledge, pramanas, anumana, upamana, Shabda, Arthapadi, okay, Anupalabdhi, then structure and kinds of Anumana, Vyapti, etc. And Hetwabas. Next is data interpretation. See, this is a very tough area as per many students, but in my opinion, this is a sure short question. See, if we practice data interpretation questions of UGC previous year questions, then you will get 5 out of 5, no doubt. Okay, so sources, acquisition, sources, acquisition and classification of data, quantitative and qualitative data, graphical representation, bar chart, histogram, pie chart, table chart, etc., mapping of data, data interpretation, data and governance. In this, we can see it's nothing but they will give a chart, a table, and they will form the questions from the table. That is the thing. Okay, so please prepare or practice that such questions, and it will be easy. Next, information and communication technology. This is a very simple area. If we are a new generation students, almost all have some basic knowledge about information technology, so it is not a big issue. See, general abbreviations and terminology, protocols, etc., we can ask, they will ask basics of internet, email, audio, video, conferencing, digital initiative, and higher education, ICT and governments. See, they may ask GB, KB, MB, transformations from KB to GB, GB to terabyte, etc. This type of simple questions, but if we didn't read, if we don't have a good concept and idea, then we will get confused in the exam hall. So be clear with the concept, terms, abbreviations, etc. Okay, next. People development and environment. This is a hot topic, as we know, but they are asking what we can say very trivial questions like ozone related, greenhouse related. So if we analyze the previous year questions, it is not big, it's not a big issue. Okay, development and environment, millennium development and sustainable development goals, human and environment interaction, anthropogenic activities and their impact on environment, environmental issues, local, regional, global, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, waste, solid, liquid, biomedical hazards, electronics, climate change and its socio-economic and political dimensions, impact of pollution, pollutants on human health. Then natural and energy resources, solar energy, then wind energy, soil, hydro energy, geothermal energy, biomass, nuclear and forest. Natural hazards and disasters, mitigation strategies, Environmental Protection Act 1986, National Action Plan on Climate Change, International Agreements, Efforts, Montreal Protocol. It's clearly mentioned, Montreal Protocol. In 2019, we have just discussed it in 2019 June exam. You can see directly they asked Montreal Protocol why it aimed, which Montreal Protocol aims to which area. Then Rio Summit, Convention on Biodiversity, Kyoto Protocol, Paris Agreement, International Solar Alliance. Okay. Next, higher education system. Here, Institution of Higher Learning and Education in Ancient India, Evaluation of Higher Learning and Research in Post-Independence India, Oriental, Conventional and Non-Conventional Learning Program in India, professional, technical, and skill-based education, value education, environment, policies, governance, and administration. They always ask some questions related to UGC, higher education, Mudaliar Commission, many other commission, Kothari commissions, etc. Okay. Okay, guys. This is enough for the time being. Thank you very much.